Okay, another big one for me that needs to be addressed. I mean, once again, this is my opinion, and I know Netmarble, this has been with the game for a period of time, but I'd actually like to see custom gear chests. I'd like to see a guaranteed drop in custom gear chests. So whether that be one every 10 pulls of 10 custom gears, or 10 every 20, or whatever, even every 30 pulls, whatever it is, put light at the end of the tunnel for players who are really struggling. And there's people who have blown a lot of crystals on these things, blown a lot of, and crystals means money, let's face it, that's what it means, and got absolutely nothing. So yeah, why not every 20 pulls? There's a reward of a CTP selector. What's wrong with that? Or every 30 pulls a CTP selector. I don't know, but something needs to be looked at with these CTPs. I'm happy to leave cards as they are. Cards, to me, cards are kind of like some cards you can actually get free to play that are not quite, maybe not as good as say like the cable card, but are still pretty damn good. And you can make a really good set of cards with free to play cards, especially now since you can buy, the semi premiums for the lab. You can get some premium cards from WBU. If you're really lucky, you might get something like that. So, but having said that, I think I've got no real drama with having these as an RNG factor, and just having if people want to spend if people want to spend 500 bucks on cards, let them do it. That's fine. Um, so anyhow, that's my thing on the loot box. I've never been a big fan of it. I've endured it, but reluctantly. So, and I know a lot of guys in the game who have actually done what I've done over the last couple of videos and drawn a whole heap of boxes and got nothing and just quit. They just go, you know what, just can't do this stuff anymore. Okay, so the other thing that's kind of been on my mind a little bit, which I'd like, and this is all constructive criticism. Let's call it, well, it's criticism, I guess. But for me, this is all opportunity for improvement within the game. One of the things that I do think needs opportunity for, like needs improving, is searching for potential in a character. This, the searching for potential. If I'm going to invest, I've already got my materials for, let's just say for T3 characters. I've already got my materials, which are RNG to get, right? I've already paid probably something to unlock a quest or whatever, or rank the character up. Why am I then having to rely on RNG to actually max the character out and use them? To me, this makes no sense. This whole potential system is crazy, and it is a cause of annoyance rather than anything else in the game. It serves no purpose except, in my opinion, to annoy people. It just brings an element of luck in, or unluckiness, where it's just not required. It's too much. So anyhow, that's another thing. Alliance tournament, and I've mentioned a number of times on my channel, I'm not an Alliance tournament sort of guy. Having said that, I'd like to give a shout out to my mate PC Smitty, who in Dream I did manage to take out, which is probably, we replay that match 100 times, 99 times out of 100 he wins. But anyway, let's forget that. Let's get on with the show here. So Alliance Tournament, firstly, I think this is not a bad mode. And obviously there's lots of people who actually love Alliance Tournament. They participate in it, they build characters, they spend a huge amount of money and time building up their characters for this mode. But why have we only got 16 alliances participating? Out of how many alliances are there? Hundreds, thousands? And yet we've only got 16 alliances actually participating. Why would we not have leagues of alliance tournaments similar to what we have in Timeline Battle? So okay, yeah, maybe the top 16, maybe that's legit, maybe that is the top alliance tournament. But why is there not sub-alliance tournaments going on, and just giving people a bit more exposure to this mode? At the moment it's called a Wales mode. Why is it just a Wales mode? I don't understand why it can't be spread out to more alliances. So maybe that's something to have a little bit of a think about. The other thing, which probably would be cool in my opinion, might be to actually, instead of just setting 3 characters on one team, why not set like 2 teams or 3 teams? AI control, okay, it's not ideal for me because I like playing my characters, but why are we only seeing 3 characters? That, to me, I don't understand why we've just stuck with the same parameters in the same mode for so long. And it works as it is, but I think it could be improved. Okay, one of the things that I do think needs some sort of some sort of, what do we got here? Some sort of bit of a mix-up is the actual MVP award. So the MVP award goes to the top-ranked player in the top-ranked alliance per week. I think they get 5,500 crystals. So you can see there's a few candidates up the top here. My mate Allfather, a couple of guys from Marine Ford. This Marine Ford size is definitely up there. All these sort of top 10, top 20 players are in the mix. They've all got very OP accounts, very OP cards, lots of VIP 20 type stuff there. But when you think about it, alliance battle, to get number one in the number one alliance, well, firstly you have to get in the number one alliance. All right, for the alliance to actually get to number one, there's a huge amount that goes on behind the scenes. There's recruitment, there's organising people, there's motivating players, there's making sure people don't miss. All sorts of things go on, and it's a 40-player exercise. It's 40 people involved in the actual alliance battle, in sort of getting to kind of the top of of where you want to be. So at the moment we're sitting pretty at number one. Marine Ford's very good at number two, but these sort of top alliances, it's a big deal, right? There's 40 people pushing. Why should only one person out of the 40 actually get some decent reward? The rest of the players, if we come first in alliance battle this week, we'll get something like 500,000 gold and 10 bios or 15 bios or something like that. Is pretty garbage. One player, and no, this is not personally against any players, right? This is just my observation. One player gets 5,500 crystals. Why would that not be shared amongst the actual 40 players in the alliance? Why would not the first prize for the first alliance be 300 crystals per player involved in that alliance? That's just something to think about, Netmarble. And something, maybe if you agree with that, comment below. If you don't, then so be it. Okay, another sort of potential improvement, or hopefully something that might be able to, happen more frequently, is Battle World. I mean, Battle World is a pretty cool mode, in my opinion. They tried live battle mode, that didn't really work too well. But this event, how often does Battle World go on these days? Well, we're talking 4 times a year, and the actual rewards are what? 80 feathers or 80 shards or a bit of BAM and Chaos norm stones. I'd like to see Netmarble actually utilize this mode a bit more. I think it can be actually a pretty fun mode. I think throw some T3 materials in there, Titan component packs, CCFs, even Dimension Dust, whatever it may be. Throw something in there. Throw some X-Gene type bios in there. Throw some Gambit bio. I know, well, that's not going to happen. He's paywall. But, throw some rare bios in there and sort of let's get back into Battle World. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't take much time. And surely it's not too hard from a programming point to actually sort of get that happening. Okay, Alliance Battle. One thing I've already spoken about Alliance Battle with the Beast, but another thing I'd like to kind of touch on here is, why is there not a restart button for Alliance Battle? So if we get off to some of us guys who are competitive in Alliance Battle, we get off to a garbage start in the actual Alliance Battle, we want to re-challenge our score. We either have to wait 3 minutes for the counter to sort of go away, or we force close the app and restart it, which is, so let's put an Alliance Battle restart button in there. It's a quality of life change. Something that, something else I'd like to kind of see is, maybe just enhance some whole characters a bit more. Some of the originals who we got here, we got, sort of Electra is one that sort of springs to mind. She's a favourite of mine, has been for a long time. Kingpin, the big unit, he was good back in the day. Deathlock, another one. Some of these older characters, these original game characters, I'd just like to see them actually get a little bit of rebalancing and make them relevant again in the actual game, rather than sort of just belting more characters. I know more characters kind of probably means more people interested, but at the same time, let's not forget some of these old characters. I think they need some more rebalancing, similar to what was done to Hyperion. Let's keep that sort of thing happening. Another thing that might be pretty cool might be a method to actually swap some resources. So if I want to swap a few 5-star rank up tickets for something else, with another player, not necessarily even in my alliance, or let's just, at this stage you could sort of have it to the alliance. It would be nice to swap. I mean, at the moment, what do we got? We've got the alliance support button, which someone's actually supported me. Thank you very much there for that, Avengers Sue, and I can offer a bit of support here as well. but it's very limited. What are we talking? 10 bios, 10 ban? You know, look how much gold I've got. If I wanted to trade 500 million gold for some type of CTP, what's wrong with that? You know, nothing's wrong with it for me. I mean, I'd be happy to do that. CTP Rage, 500 million gold, 100%. Let's do that. Let's do that trade tomorrow. But yeah, that's just something that I'd like to see down the track. I guess it might have some challenges with how it all goes down or glitches in the system. It might be difficult to program. I don't know. I'm sure other games do it, and I'd like to see Netmarble have a look at that for sure. I think for new players, and I mean I haven't been a new player. I've been playing since I think it was one of the first updates. It wasn't the first day that it was launched, but within the first month, I started playing this game, and it was hell of a grind back then to get new characters. So I think Netmarble have made it a lot easier than what it used to be. We've got I don't think they're going to show in the check-in rewards. No. So, but even with the current 4th year anniversary sort of event, there's a number of 6-star selectors there. Some T2 selectors for new players, that sort of thing. Keep that going. I think they're doing a really good job with the new player side of things. CTP, a veteran event, that was kind of interesting. I think, to be honest, I think the idea was good, and it got everyone in the game talking about it, and I think it sort of it was a good try, but the complimentary rewards were kind of ordinary. Talking debris and gear up kits again, could have been cards, could have been a bliss, could have been something a little bit more enticing, and really having the limitation of 1,500 players, for that real premium prize of a brand new CTP, or even any of the others, the T2 mega rank up ticket, 1,500 out of a game of how many? It just, I don't know, it doesn't seem right. I mean, I got in and I was a part of the event, which I guess was interesting. There was a bit of hype about it, and it was kind of cool, and I'm pretty sure that other things like that will happen through the game, and Netmarble, that would have been a bit of a tester for them. But let's expand it so more players, more interactivity, more participation. And actually, if you spend 10 million gold, let's get something actually useful for that gold rather than some debris or gear up kits or Nornstones, or they can be got from other sort of areas pretty easily. So I think I think that probably pulls me up. I'll put a bit of a list up here on the screen about about what I think 4th year anniversary type stuff, potential changes could be that I would really like. Please, like I said, it's all my opinion. Please comment below. Feel free to express your own opinion. And I really want to sort of encourage Netmarble to continue to expand the game and try new content like they do the CTP of Veteran. I've got no drama with them trying that sort of stuff. Just try new stuff and keep the game fresh and keep the game happening. They're on the right track. They have been for 4 years. It's a great game. We all love the game, and it's been around for 4 years. It's a mobile phone game with a huge amount of modes and a huge amount of variation and a ridiculous amount of characters and some really cool ways to customize your characters' builds. So, obviously Netmarble have done extremely well to keep a game like this going for 4 years, but I'd love to see it around for another 4 years. My bank balance may not, my wife may not, but personally I would. So I hope these improvements come through, and I hope, if someone from Netmarble is, listening to the video or watching, some of the, this my priority list here, or it's not really a priority list, it's just a list of potential changes that, hopefully it goes somewhere. So guys, feel free to comment. Be interested to know what your thoughts are. What would you like out of the 4th year anniversary? What changes would you like to the game? Do you think my ideas are stupid? Do you like my ideas? What ideas do you have? Let's get some bit of momentum going about potential changes to the game, and yeah, go from there. Anyhow, guys, I'll probably split this one over a couple of videos, and I've got a couple of Alliance Battle videos which I'll probably do over the next week as well. And take care, be well, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.